Hello, everyone. To begin my speech, I would like everyone to just take a moment and think. Think about the last time you saw someone with one of these, a cigarette. And if you just close your eyes for a moment and think, chances are that you don't have to think very far in the past. Actually, most of us only have to think about when we drove into work this morning and noticing that familiar pose of a hand hanging out the window holding a burning cigarette, or the crowd of people gathered on a sidewalk near the entry of a building taking a smoking break. You may even remember the last time you watched your favorite movie or TV show. Smoking is an unprecedented epidemic in the United States and worldwide, and in any scenario, chances are you've seen someone smoking in the past 24 hours. How could this be? How can so many people around the world be addicted to something so toxic? Well, despite the damaging effects of smoking that has been known to have on individuals' health, people still do it, and they do it a lot. Today, my speech is to inform many of you about the possible risk associated with smoking. Hopefully giving you a snapshot of why it's so important for smokers and non-smokers to unite to help humanity rid this toxic habit out of our culture. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's 2015 Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report, quote, there are more than 480,000 smokers who die each year, and on average they die 10 years earlier than non-smokers, unquote. If this is not a shocking enough statistic, the report continues to state that smoking is the major contributor of death in America and throughout the world. So when you think about those more than 480,000 deaths per year, that's close to 1,300 deaths every single day. Worldwide, the numbers are even more staggering at 6 million deaths. So think about it. Think about all the major causes of death. Think about vehicle accidents. Think about fires. Think about illegal drugs, overdoses, HIV. Think about suicides, homicides, and even gun violence. Then think about war. Based on that same 2015 CDC report, deaths related to the complications of cigarette smoke is more than all of the above mentioned deaths combined. One of the reasons this is true is that cigarette smoking systematically harms nearly every single organ in the body. It is very efficient at damaging one's health. Despite the well-documented reports, there are still an estimated 40 million people who still smoke. There are several reasons why so many people are addicted. We, the community, have to have a clear understanding that the manufacturers of this product have collaborated with scientists and psychologists to create the addiction. You match those efforts with the billions of dollars spent on advertising and glamorizing the product, and you get to the point where we are now, the worst treatable health epidemic in the history of man. According to the CDC, a cigarette is a mixture of more than 7,000 toxins. The side effects of these toxins include high blood pressure, stress, irritation, anxiety, depression in individuals. The nicotine in the smoke is responsible for the narrowing of arteries and hardening of the arterial walls of the heart, which can lead to heart attacks. The toxins of the smoke can cause many types of cancer, including bladder, throat, the mouth, and pancreas, and kidney cancers. The article entitled, there is an article entitled Smoking and Do You Really Know the Risk? And it states, quote, that in the United States, 90% of the cases of lung cancer and heart disease are associated with smoking, unquote. There are reasons why it's hard to stop smoking, and the main reason is the natural occurring nicotine in tobacco. It's very addictive. However, smoking has always been a part of American culture for centuries. Cigarette smoking has long been practiced in the worldwide, and most of us start at an early age who do smoke. In an article entitled Cigarette Smoking Behavior in the United States by authors Burns D. Lee, Shen L.Z. Giplin, quote, cigarettes were exposed and sold throughout the United States throughout the 18th century. unquote. So the problem is not in fact new. It's been an epidemic issue for many years from now, and it's ingrained in our society. Most persons who are addicted to smoker were addicted at an early age. So in conclusion to my short time with you, I've given you some supported details about the detrimental effects of smoking, and I hope these facts encourage and persuade anyone that you know to talk to a qualified healthcare professional provider about what steps you can take to create an action plan to quit. Do yourself and your loved ones a huge favor. Don't subtract an average of 10 years off your life because of smoking. The benefits of stopping far outweigh the detriments of continuing this behavior. And on a final note, I leave you with one final statistic. In the time that it took me to share this information with you, an average of more than 11 people have died. So think about that the next time you see someone that you love or see someone smoking a cigarette. Encourage them to stop. Thank you for listening.